106.3 KFRX.
We've been cleared for takeoff.
I suppose we better get started then.
The KFRX 5 o'clock challenge with D. Wayne.
Tornado emergency for Lincoln. The National Weather Service in Omaha has issued a tornado warning for Lancaster County in southeastern Nebraska and far eastern Saline County in southeastern Nebraska until 11:04 p.m. At 10:02 p.m., trained weather spotters reported an extremely large and potentially catastrophic tornado located 10 miles west of Wilbur, or 10 miles south of Dorchester, originally moving stationary but according to reports picking up speed on a northeastern trajectory. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Seek shelter now. To repeat, this is a tornado emergency for Lincoln. Hazard: catastrophic tornado with the potential to level homes to bare foundations, as well as hand-egg-size hail and torrential rainfall. Source: a debris volume correlation coefficient scans, as well as trained spotter reports. Impact: you are in a dangerous, life-threatening situation. Get as low as possible in a sturdy building, preferably one with reinforced concrete and a basement. If none is available, you only have a limited time to find a sturdy shelter. Find one as soon as possible to protect your life. Assuming this tornado only reaches its previous max speed of movement of 30 miles per hour, the following cities will be impacted with the associated projected times: Pleasant Hill at 10:18 p.m., Creed at 10:30 p.m., Denton at 10:49 p.m., and Salt Valley View at 11:02 p.m. Other locations impacted by this life-threatening tornado will be downtown Lincoln and the Lincoln Airport. Precautionary preparedness actions. This tornado is occurring at night and is enshrouded by heavy rain. Treat this warning as if this tornado is remaining on the ground and seek the appropriate shelter now. Remember, flying debris from this tornado will kill you. Seek shelter now, and if
You are listening to the National Weather Service in Valley, Nebraska on one of the 9 following stations: WXL 77 serving northeast Nebraska on a frequency of 162.550 megahertz, KIH 61 serving east central Nebraska and southwest Iowa on a frequency of 162.400 megahertz, WXM-20 serving southeast Nebraska on a frequency of 162.475 megahertz. KZZ-50 serving southwest Iowa on a frequency of 162.550 megahertz. KWN-41 serving southeast Nebraska, northwest Missouri, and northeast Kansas on a frequency of 162.500 megahertz. KZZ-52 serving southwest Iowa on a frequency of 162.525 megahertz. WNG-549 serving parts of eastern Nebraska on a frequency of 162.450 megahertz. KZZ-69 serving parts of southeast Nebraska on a frequency of 162.450 megahertz. And WNG-645 serving parts of eastern Nebraska on a frequency of 162.500 megahertz.
The following is a public information statement issued by the National Weather Service office located in Omaha, Nebraska. Due to the threat of the large and potentially catastrophic tornado impacting the city of Omaha, including the property of the National Weather Service site located in Valley, we are transferring warning issuance responsibilities to the National Weather Service office located in Hastings, Nebraska. The Omaha Valley office will take over original duties once the threat has passed and we have confirmation of no damage to the operations of the office, including the building itself and our radar tower located on 288th Street. We ask that our listeners in the Omaha city limits seek shelter from this tornado now, before we issue the almost certain emergency category tornado warning, as radar data continues to show a powerful supercell with nothing to weaken it in sight, at least between its current location and Omaha. Thank you for listening to our coverage. Stay safe.
The Saturday night pregame is on the air. This is KQCH Omaha and KQCH HD1 Omaha with 50 minutes of music this hour on Channel 94.1, Omaha's #1 hit music station.
Cataclysmic tornado emergency for the city of Omaha and surrounding areas. The National Weather Service in Hastings, at the urgent request of the National Weather Service office in Omaha Valley, have issued a tornado warning for far northwest Cass County in southeastern Nebraska, Douglas County in southeastern Nebraska, western Sarpy County in southeastern Nebraska, and extreme southeastern Saunders County in southeastern Nebraska, until 12:53 a.m. To repeat, this is a cataclysmic tornado emergency for the city of Omaha, including downtown Omaha, and is a particularly dangerous situation. Seek shelter underground now. At 11:30 p.m., trained weather spotters were continuing to track a large and extremely dangerous tornado with a history of damage and fatalities, located over Waverly, or 9 miles north-northwest of Eagle, moving northeast at 30 miles per hour. hazard. Large and destructive tornado. Source: trained weather spotters in public. Impact: this is a particularly dangerous situation. Please find a sturdy shelter now. Flying debris in large chunks has been observed, and as such, people should not be outdoors at this time. This large and destructive tornado will be near Greenwood at 11:38 p.m., Ashland at 11:51 p.m., Gretna at 12:10 a.m., Chalco at 12:22 a.m., and downtown Omaha at 12:45 a.m. Other locations that will be impacted by this large and dangerous tornado include, but are not limited to, Beacon View, Melia, Ralston, South Central Omaha, and Hanscom Park. To repeat, this large and dangerous tornado is on the ground. Due to the nighttime conditions and the high precipitation nature of the storm, one should take shelter now to protect your life. Do not wait to see or hear the tornado, as it will be impossible to do so. Go into a sturdy building. This message is an administrative message being issued at the request of the United States government and the Federal Communications Commission. Today, the FCC, at the strong and stern urgence of multiple representatives and a bipartisan, unanimous group of senators, has agreed to take off the restriction of the 2-minute time cap on all emergency alert system messages. This is being done as a response and as a way to do good in the wake of those who lost their lives in the disastrous Nebraska and Great Plains outbreak of tornadoes yesterday. While everyone behind this agreement and removal of the cap agree that we cannot bring back those who lost loved ones by doing this, we know this action will aid in future disasters and hopefully reduce workload on already stressed out radio announcers and disc jockeys who may not have the knowledge or capability to convey the scale and scope of these awful disasters during difficult times. To the residents of Illinois, Missouri, Iowa, and Indiana, please stay safe and know that we have you in our thoughts during today's portion of this multi-day outbreak. This concludes this transmission under the emergency alert system. Normal programming may now resume.
Put this fire out, baby, baby, 'cause I'm full of doubt, baby, baby. ready to grow.
Before we get you back to the music here, we have some breaking news to report. Apparently, survivors from a tornado that hit the town of Wallace, Nebraska, wiping it off the map, allege that they saw two figures within the storm. One is suspected to be the Wonderbolt cooperative commanderess named Spitfire, and the other is apparently a blue-furred bipedal ram. We cannot confirm this report at this time. However, we are doing our best to research this matter, and we will keep you up to date. Now back to the music with Come On Baby by Fastway.
The views expressed on the Nights with Govia show do not reflect those of KISS FM or Independence Media. Listener discretion is advised. WPIA, Eureka. This is 98.5 KISS FM.
This station is off the air until further notice due to a damaged cable which caused a full service outage to the original tower on February 13, 2020. There is no estimated time to return to service, but rest assured, the National Weather Service office in Lincoln, Illinois is doing our best to restore service by arranging a new tower location. For the time being, alerts for Champaign and Platte counties are being transmitted to WXJ75, located from the WUIS FM tower near Mechanicsburg on a frequency of 162.400 MHz. This station is off the air until further notice due to a damaged cable which caused a full service outage to the original tower on February.
This hazardous weather outlook is for Central Illinois, East Central Illinois, and Southeast Illinois. For today and tonight, the following weather hazards are expected. High tornado risk. High thunderstorm wind damage risk. High severe thunderstorm risk. Extreme hail risk. Enhanced flooding risk. High lightning risk. Discussion. An unusually powerful low-pressure system churning over North Dakota will move east into the upper peninsula of Michigan through the course of today, trailing behind it to its south and southwest a cold front and dry line. Most unusual of all, however, is according to the early morning weather balloon findings, in tandem with reports from yesterday's portion of this severe weather outbreak, is that somehow, the atmosphere remoisturizes between the passage of the dry line and cold front. This runs counterproductive to most severe weather setups and traditional meteorological findings, where most times the atmosphere is too worked over behind the dry line to allow for a second round of severe weather behind it. Given this unprecedented setup, significant tornado parameters, especially along the Interstate 72 and 74 region, are in the 15 to 20 range, making these the highest recordings ever seen by this office. Areas near Effingham and Bloomington aren't out of the woods either, with the ingredients in place for violent tornadoes in those areas of the county warning region. Even without the risk for long track, significant tornadoes being the highest in this office's recorded history, there is also the risk for hail bigger than apples, continuous cloud-to-ground lightning, and winds from thunderstorms in excess of 80 to locally as high as 100 miles per hour, with flooding, particularly along and east of a line from the Sangamon River to the Sangamon Creek to Champaign, a considerable threat. Residents, in short, should be well prepared to head to their severe weather shelter at a moment's notice, as thunderstorms will rapidly grow supercellular and rotate. The traditional nighttime transition to a squall line is forecast, based on model guidance and trends seen last night west of this area, looks increasingly unlikely with each new model run. At best case, The event overnight will transition to a line of potent supercells, but confidence on the nighttime portion of the event is lower, given the focus on the intense, historic potential of the first round. Due to the nature of today's severe weather risks, there will be no discussion or risk outline pertaining to tomorrow through next week's hazardous weather outlook until at minimum 1 a.m. tomorrow. The current time is 8:01 a.m.
This message is being transmitted at the request of the National Weather Service office in Lincoln, Illinois. The Storm Prediction Center has issued Tornado Watch number 29 for the following counties. In West Central Illinois: Cass, Fulton, Knox, Marshall, Mason, Menard, Morgan, Peoria, Schuyler, Scott, Stark. In Central Illinois: Christian, DeWitt, Logan, Macon, McLean, Sangamon, Tazewell, Woodford. In East Central Illinois: Champaign, Clark, Clay, Coles, Crawford, Cumberland, Douglas, Edgar, Effingham, Jasper, Lawrence, Moultrie, Platte, Richland, Shelby, Vermilion. This watch is effective this morning through the rest of today from 11:35 a.m. until 11 p.m. tonight. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Primary threats include numerous tornadoes, with some long track and significant, with even a couple mass casualty tornado tracks possible. Damaging winds in excess of 70 miles per hour likely. Large hail in excess of 3 inches in diameter likely, with some hailstones reaching 4 inches at times. The summary of this watch and its threats is as follows. Numerous too widespread storms that are supercellular in characteristics will develop rapidly in front of a progressing dry line. These supercells will be capable of producing tornadoes nearly instantaneously, and some could be long track. The tornado watch area is from 40 miles west of Kankakee, Illinois to 50 miles east or west of Mountain Home, Arkansas. For a complete depiction of the watch coverage area, please visit spc.noaa.gov and click on Current Watches on the menu, located on the left side of the web page.
How about we add some happy little droplets? Sometimes in life you get a little thirsty, and when a refreshing opportunity comes along, you can just... shoot, that's good.
WCPW Peoria, Cumulus Station.
Hotness.
It's all about the hot music, slamming artists, and you. You found today's hottest music. Hottest music. Power 92.3.
following message is being transmitted at the request of the Peoria, Tazewell, and Woodford Emergency Management Agencies. A civil danger exists for the Peoria metropolitan area. Emergency management officials in Peoria County have spotted a gigantic yellow-furred bipedal equine-like creature wearing a military uniform. In connection, local authorities in neighboring counties have spotted more bipedal Pegasus creatures. The yellow-furred Pegasus has been confirmed to be identified as named Spitfire, and is connected to a mass casualty tornado outbreak Commandress, named Rainbow Dash, caused in northeast Oklahoma, northwest and north-central Arkansas, as well as southwest and south-central Missouri, on May 4, 2020. While it is unknown what the full intention or motives behind this appearance is, authorities note today is the 45th anniversary of the F4 tornado that impacted Champaign, Macon, Platte and Vermilion counties. Given their past display of abilities related to dangerous weather, authorities are strongly advising all residents in the affected areas of this alert to seek an underground shelter now, before any tornado warnings or tornado emergencies get issued. Speaking of Rainbow Dash, her status is unknown, though authorities with the North American Aerospace Defense Command, along with the United States Space Surveillance Network and the Federal Aviation Administration report not seeing Rainbow Dash anywhere in or out of United States airspace. Please stay tuned for more information on this developing situation. Tornado emergency for Peoria, East Peoria, and Pickett. The National Weather Service has issued a tornado warning for eastern Peoria County in central Illinois, northwestern Tazewell County in central Illinois, until 1 p.m. At 11:59 a.m., trained weather spotters reported a rapidly intensifying wedge multivortex tornado, located 8 miles east-northeast of Princeville, or 10 miles southeast of Wyoming, moving south at 25 miles per hour. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Seek shelter now. Hazard: large, likely destructive tornado, as well as softball-size hail and heavy rainfall with continuous cloud-to-ground lightning. Source: trained weather spotters, in addition to news outlet tower cameras. Impact: this is a particularly dangerous situation. This tornado will likely have high potential to cause mass devastation, and even casualties to those who don't seek sturdy shelter from it. Flying debris will kill anyone caught outdoors during this tornado. In addition, this storm is producing downburst winds in the hail core registered by trained spotters at around 85 to 95 miles per hour. Anyone in the storm's path not directly impacted by the tornado should also treat this like a tornado was traveling for them, and seek shelter indoors in the central room now. This particularly dangerous, tornado-producing storm will be near Chillicothe at 12:08 p.m., Rome at 12:15 p.m., Alta at 12:30 p.m., Barracks Hospitality and Banquet Center at 12:34 p.m., and Peoria Heights at 12:41 p.m. Other locations that will be impacted by this large tornado include but are not limited to Mossville, Pottstown, West Peoria, Downtown Peoria, East Peoria, and Mike Murphy Ford. This includes the following highways: all of Interstate 474, or mile markers 1 to 15, and Interstate 74 between mile markers 84 and 102. Remember, you are in a life-threatening situation. Flying debris will kill anyone not in a sturdy shelter, preferably away from windows or glass. If you are outdoors or in a vehicle, stop and find a sturdy shelter now to protect your life, and the Illinois Department of Transportation reminds you to never use an underpass as an attempt at shelter. The winds from the storm will increase dramatically from the loss of space and violently eject your body from under the bridge or slam you into the support beams. Reminder: underpasses leave you 6 feet under. Due to a tornado emergency ongoing in the Lincoln, Illinois County warning area, WXJ-74 is now in emergency programming mode. Normal broadcast cycles will resume once the threat for severe weather has diminished or moved out of the county warning area.
This is a special weather statement concerning a developing thunderstorm located in southwest Sangamon County, in central Illinois. A thunderstorm that is concerning National Weather Service Office meteorologists is in the process of rapidly developing. Given the atmospheric conditions in place in the area and upstream of the storm, supercellular evolution is nearly inevitable with this storm, and it could go tornadic at any time. Residents in Springfield, Chatham, and Sherman should be prepared to head into their tornado shelters, preferably underground, at a moment's notice, or if you wish to do so, you may head to your shelter now. However, it is of note that if you decide to wait to move to your shelter of choice, you may not have enough time to reach it once the tornado warning gets issued. Please keep tuned to this NOAA weather radio frequency for more updates on this storm.
The National Weather Service in Lincoln has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Sangamon County in central Illinois until 1:09 p.m. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Seek shelter now. At 12:08 p.m., trained weather spotters and Doppler radar was tracking a severe thunderstorm located over Loader, or 21 miles east of Murrayville, moving northeast at 20 miles per hour. Hazard: teacup-size hail, continuous cloud-to-ground lightning, and thunderstorm wind gusts in excess of 90 miles per hour. Source: trained weather spotters. Impact: you are in a particularly dangerous situation. Seek shelter in a central room in a sturdy building without windows or glass. Flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is an absolute certainty, with uprooted, tipped-over trees likely and localized power outages possible. This dangerous severe thunderstorm will be near Auburn at 12:20 p.m., Chatham at 12:41 p.m., Toronto at 12:49 p.m., and downtown Springfield at 1:02 p.m. This includes the following highways: Interstate 55 between mile markers 84 and 96. Interstate 72 between mile markers 85 and 104. Remember, this storm is supercellular in characteristics and could drop a tornado at any time. Treat this storm as if a tornado is already in progress and ideally get to your violent tornado safe spot now.
From the Happy Days Gift Shop Studio to WDBR and WDBR HD1 Springfield.
The morning show's the best.
It's the DBR Morning Show with Julie and DJ Blake on 103.7 WDBR.
Tornado emergency for Springfield. The National Weather Service in Lincoln has issued a tornado warning for Sangamon County in central Illinois until 1:20 p.m. At 12:19 p.m., trained weather spotters were tracking a large, violent tornado located 3 miles northwest of Auburn, or 9 miles southeast of New Berlin, moving northeast at 20 miles per hour. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Seek shelter now. Hazard: large and destructive wedge tornado. Source: trained weather spotters. Impact: this is a particularly dangerous situation. Seek shelter in the lowest, most central part of a sturdy shelter, preferably underground. Mobile homes and traditional non-sturdy homes will not be safe enough to survive this tornado. This dangerous tornado will be near Chatham at 12:33 p.m., Karen at 12:45 p.m., downtown Springfield at 1:03 p.m. Other locations that will be impacted include Jerome, Leland Grove, Grandview, and Bissell. This includes the following highways: Interstate 55 between mile markers 87 and 104. Interstate 72 between mile markers 90 and 109. Remember, you are in a particularly dangerous situation. Flying debris from this tornado will kill anyone caught outdoors or in a vehicle. Heavy rain may enshroud this tornado at any time, and as such, you shouldn't wait to see or hear the tornado. Take shelter now. Tornado emergency for Peoria, East Peoria, and Pekin. The National Weather Service has issued a tornado warning for eastern Peoria County in central Illinois, northwestern Tazewell County in central Illinois, until 1 p.m. At 11:59 a.m., trained weather spotters reported a rapidly intensifying wedge multivortex tornado located 8 miles east-northeast of Princeville, or 10. Southeast Peoria County in central Illinois, Tazewell County in central Illinois, until 1:20 p.m. This is a potentially mass casualty situation. Seek shelter underground now. At 12:19 p.m., trained weather spotters were continuing to track a very large wedge tornado as it was wrapping in rain, located 3 miles east of Dunlap, or 4 miles northwest of Mosville, moving south at 20 miles per hour. To repeat, this is a potential mass casualty situation involving a large, violent tornado. Seek shelter underground now. Hazard, catastrophic tornado with the potential to cause mass amounts of casualties. Source, trained weather spotters. Impact, this is a mass casualty, very dangerous storm. Do everything you can to get to an underground, sturdy shelter now in order to have the best chance of preventing your death. Above-ground shelters will likely not aid in your survival from this tornado. This dangerous tornado will be near Alpha at 12:30 p.m., Peoria Heights at 12:43 p.m., downtown Peoria at 12:55 p.m., East Peoria at 1 p.m., and Marquette Heights at 1:10 p.m. Other locations that will be impacted by this tornado include, but are not limited to, West Peoria, Creve Coeur, and North Picken. This includes the following highways: Interstate 474 in its entirety, Interstate 74 from mile marker 86 to mile marker 100. To repeat, you are in a mass casualty situation. Above-ground shelters should only be used at your own risk. Get to an underground shelter to protect your life. The National Weather Service in Lincoln has issued a tornado warning for extreme southeast Peoria County in central Illinois, Tazewell County in celebrating 150 years of National Weather Service observations and forecasts. This is NOAA Weather Radio, all hazards. Station WXJ75 in Springfield. Tornado emergency for Springfield. The National Weather Service in Lincoln has issued a tornado warning for Sangamon County in central Illinois until 1:20 p.m. At 12:19 p.m., trained weather spotters were tracking a large, violent tornado located in central Illinois until 1:44 p.m. This is a likely mass casualty situation. Please take shelter underground now, or move to 1 if not in 1. At 12:42 p.m., trained weather spotters were tracking a single supercell that was producing 2 simultaneous large wedge tornadoes wrapped in rain and lightning. The north tornado was wrapped in hail, rain heavy enough to take visibilities to near zero at times, blue lightning and last spotted over Riddle Hill, or 7 miles south of Salisbury, with the south wedge located 11 miles west-southwest of Rochester, or 19 miles north-northwest of Farmersville and wrapped in rain and yellow lightning. Both tornadoes were moving nearly northeast to east-northeast at 20 miles per hour. Hazard: large, casualty-causing tornadoes, in addition to hail and heavy rain. Source: trained weather spotters. Impact. You are in a mass casualty situation. Find an underground shelter now in order to protect your life. Above ground shelters will provide no safety from these tornadoes. The southern wedge will be near Southern View at 12:57 p.m., downtown Springfield at 1:04 p.m., Eastview at 1:09 p.m., and Riverton at 1:24 p.m. The north wedge tornado will impact Collingwood at 12:51 p.m., Oak Ridge at 12:59 p.m., the Illinois State Fairgrounds at 1:03 p.m., and Sherman at 1:15 p.m. Other locations that will be impacted by these large, powerful tornadoes include the Abraham Lincoln Presidential Library, Pioneer Park, and Green Hyundai. This includes the following highways: Interstate 72 from mile marker 91 to mile marker 111. Interstate 55 from mile marker 92 to mile marker 110. Remember, the best place to seek shelter from these powerful tornadoes is underground. Above ground shelters are only to be used at your own risk, or if you have no underground shelter in safe navigation distance. The National Weather Service in Lincoln has issued a tornado warning for Sangamon County in central Illinois until 1:44 p.m. This is a likely mass casualty situation. Please take shelter underground now. The National Weather Service in Lincoln has issued a tornado warning for extreme southeast Peoria County in central Illinois, Tazewell County in central Illinois, until 1:20 p.m. This is a potentially mass casualty situation. Seek shelter underground now. At 12:19.
The National Weather Service has extended the mass casualty situation labeled Tornado Emergency Level Tornado Warning. This warning is now in effect for all of Tazewell County until 2:05 p.m. To repeat, this is a mass casualty situation. At 1:02 p.m., train weather spotters were tracking a catastrophically large, violent wedge tornado wrapped in rain and blue cloud to ground mega lightning, crossing the Illinois River, or 3 miles northeast of Tuscarora, moving south at 20 miles per hour. Hazard, large wedge tornado, along with hail to the size of hen eggs and gusts in the hail core exceeding 90 miles per hour, as well as torrential rainfall. Source: trained weather spotters punching through the bear's cage section of the supercell. Impact: you are in a mass casualty situation. Flying debris will seriously injure or kill those caught outside or not in an underground shelter. If not in 1 and 1 is not available, then and only then should you evacuate the area east or west, perpendicular to the tornado path. This dangerous tornado will be near Pekin at 1:18 p.m., Shefferville at 1:23 p.m., South Pekin at 1:33 p.m., and Green Valley at 1:52 p.m. Otherwise, this destructive tornado will be over mostly rural parts of Tazewell County once it exits the Peoria metropolitan area at 1:27 p.m. This includes the following highways: Interstate 474 from mile marker 7 to mile marker 15. Remember, you are in a mass casualty situation. Seek shelter underground now. Above ground shelters will provide very little protection from this tornado. The National Weather Service has extended the mass casualty situation labeled Tornado Emergency Level Tornado Warning. This warning is now in effect for all of Tazewell County until 2:05 p.m. To repeat, this is a mass casualty situation. At 1:02 p.m., train weather spotters
to our hospitals. So, we showed it who we are. HSHS St. John's Hospital. We are called to care.
Nicorette knows quitting smoking is freaking hard. You get advice like, try it. Cold turkey.
You are watching WICS. This is an activation of the emergency alert system. Please listen as it could contain info vital to surviving the situation currently in progress.
The National Weather Service in Lincoln has issued a tornado warning for Logan County in central Illinois, extreme northern Sangamon County in central Illinois, until 2:41 p.m. At 1:40 p.m., trained weather spotters were continuing to track a large, dangerous wedge tornado with a history of causing extensive to catastrophic damage located 10 miles northwest of Mechanicsburg, or 6 miles south-southeast of Fancy Prairie, moving northeast at 20 miles per hour. Hazard: destructive tornado, with a history of causing extensive to devastating levels of damage, in addition to DVD disc-size hail and non-stop cloud-to-ground lightning. Source: trained weather spotters, and a debris ball measuring 2...
This message is being transmitted at the request of Lincoln Logan Emergency Services, with advisement from the Illinois Emergency Management Agency. Residents of Elkhart, Broadwell, and Fogarty, you have no time to delay. You must evacuate west now. Emergency agency officials have determined that trying to survive in this tornado in a person's own residence or any of the storm shelters on offer in these communities is a lost cause and will lead to more casualties than urgent, timely, and rapid evacuations would. The following roads have been designated evacuation routes. For Elkhart residents, take Logan County Route 10 west to Peoria Street, turn left and follow that road until Logan County Route 11. Then take that to the right and follow that until Illinois State Route 123, then follow that to Petersburg, Illinois, where shelters are in place. For residents or others in Broadwell, you are advised to drive on Logan County 32, then take two lefts, the first at County Road 1100 and the second at Logan County Road 780, then take a right onto 1025th Street and follow that before taking a left onto Logan County Line Road. Taking a right at Fancy Prairie Avenue, following the road through its transition to Menard County Route 11 until it transitions to Indian Point Avenue at the intersection with Illinois State Route 123. Then take a left at Rhodes Road, following the southbound until the left-hand corner where it turns onto Baum Road. Take a right onto Snyder Road, then a left onto Athens Blacktop Road. Finally taking a left onto North Main Street, entering Athens where there are multiple shelters ready. Fogarty residents, your evacuation route is listed at the special evacuation webpage at Logan, evac.iema.gov, or you can dial 511 and at the main menu say Logan County. An automated voice will tell you the evacuation route to the shelter for you. Do not delay. Evacuate now. Failure to do so means you get added as a death count statistic and not survive this dangerous tornado.
radio all hazards. This is station KZZ66 in Galesburg.
The tornado warning for Logan, Mason, and Tazewell counties is canceled. The storm that produced the warning is not producing a tornado at this time, as its rotation has become elevated, out of sight, and thus non-threatening. The PBS severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect for the same areas, effective until 3 p.m. Please treat this storm as if it was a tornado regardless if it has produced 90-mile-per-hour wind damage, most recently in San Jose. The National Weather Service in Lincoln has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Logan County in central Illinois, Mason County in central Illinois, and Tazewell County in central Illinois, effective until 3 p.m. This is a particularly dangerous situation involving a supercell that has a suspected long track history of producing a potential mass casualty, violent tornado. At 2:15 p.m., trained weather spotters were tracking the thunderstorm with a history of suspected casualties due to it, located 9 miles southeast of Forest City, or 10 miles west of Emden, moving south at 20 miles per hour. Hazard: catastrophic damaging winds in excess of 85 miles per hour, in addition to non-stop ground-to-ground lightning and teacup-size hail. Source: trained weather spotters.
You end up in a full-body winged hookah, drinking through a straw.
Check this out. Live from the Urban Warfare Low Impact Paintball Studios.
Country music.
This is WBWN Leroy Bloomington. A Cumulus station powered by Nash.
I love country music.
Country for Life. B104.
The National Weather Service in Lincoln has issued a tornado warning for Logan County in central Illinois, extreme northern Sangamon County in central Illinois, until 2:41 p.m. At 1:40 p.m., trained weather spotters were continuing to track a large, dangerous wedge tornado with a history of causing extensive to catastrophic damage located 10 miles northwest of Mechanicsburg, or 6 miles south-southeast of Fancy Prairie, moving northeast at 20 miles per hour. The National Weather Service in Louisville, at the request of the office in Lincoln, has issued a tornado warning for extreme northeast Logan County in central Illinois, McLean County in central Illinois, until 5:07 p.m. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Seek shelter now. At 3:06 p.m., trained weather spotters were continuing to track a large, violent tornado with a lengthy history of causing mass destruction, located over Atlanta, or 15 miles southeast of Hopedale, moving northeast at 20 miles per hour. Hazard, large and destructive tornado. Source, trained weather spotters. Impact, you are in a life-threatening situation. Seek shelter in a sturdy building away from external walls, on the lowest floor possible now. Mobile homes will be obliterated and tossed into the air. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles is absolutely certain to occur. Any trees in the path will become deadly organic missiles. This tornado will be near McLean at 3:21 p.m., Shirley at 3:47 p.m., downtown Bloomington at 4:01 p.m., Normal at 4:12 p.m. Other cities that will be impacted by this tornado include Towanda, Lexington, and Chinook. Remember, you are in a particularly dangerous situation. This tornado has a recorded history of causing fatalities in its path, as well as deep ground scouring in Lincoln and Springfield. Do not wait to see or hear this tornado, as it is almost certainly wrapped in rain and lightning. Take shelter now. Do not delay. The National Weather Service in Louisville, at the request of the office in Lincoln, has issued a tornado warning for extreme northeast Logan County in central Illinois, McLean County in central Illinois. The National Weather Service in Louisville, at the request of the office in Lincoln, has issued a tornado warning for extreme northeast Logan County in central Illinois, McLean County in central Illinois, until 5:07 p.m. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Seek shelter now. Tornado emergency for the Bloomington Normal Metro. This is an extremely dangerous, mass casualty situation. The National Weather Service Office in Louisville, at the request of the National Weather Service Office in Lincoln, has issued a tornado warning for northwest and central McLean County in central Illinois until 5 p.m. This replaces the previous tornado warning due to the storm having moved out of northeast Logan County. At 3:29 p.m., trained weather spotters were continuing to track a large, multi-vortex wedge tornado, moving into and over McLean, or 8 miles south-southeast of Stanford, moving northeast at 20 miles per hour. To repeat, this is a mass casualty situation that is particularly dangerous in nature. Find an underground shelter now. Hazard. Large, violent tornado, with a long history of wiping blocks clean to their foundations. Source: trained weather spotters and emergency management officials. Impact: you are in a particularly dangerous to mass casualty situation. Seek the appropriate shelter now, ideally underground in a sturdy structure made from hard materials like reinforced concrete. Traditional homes will not aid in your survival, and mobile homes are instant death traps in tornadoes of this magnitude. Get out of both and find better shelter now. You don't have much time. This large tornado will be near Shirley at 3:55 p.m., Hendricks at 4:03 p.m., Bloomington City Center at 4:42 p.m., downtown Normal at 4:51 p.m., and Carrick at 4:57 p.m. Other locations that will be impacted by this large, deadly tornado will be Bloomington Heights, Illinois Wesleyan University, Illinois State University, and Central Illinois Regional Airport at Bloomington Normal. This includes the following highways: Interstate 39 between mile markers 0 and 13, Interstate 74 between mile markers 123 and 139, and Interstate 55 between mile markers 145 and 187. Remember, you are in a likely mass casualty situation. To protect your life, Take shelter in a sturdy-built room underground, or better, in a proper underground storm shelter or fallout shelter. While radioactivity is not a risk, these shelters are built to survive the same forces as tornadoes of this magnitude. Tornado emergency for the Bloomington Normal Metro. This is an extremely dangerous, mass casualty situation. The National Weather Service Office in Louisville, at the request of the National Weather Service Office in Lincoln, has issued a tornado warning for northwest and central McLean County in central Illinois. The National Weather Service Office in Louisville, Kentucky, at the request of the National Weather Service Office in Lincoln, Illinois, has issued a tornado warning for McLean County in central Illinois, and the National Weather Service Office in Romeoville has issued a tornado warning for the same cell for Livingston County in north central. The National Weather Service in Romeoville has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Livingston County in north central Illinois until 5 p.m. This replaces the tornado warning that was previously in effect for the same area. At 3:30 p.m., trained weather spotters were tracking a storm with a long track history of producing a tornado, which remains possible. This storm was also producing catastrophically large hail in excess of grapefruits and gusts in excess of 95 miles per hour. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Seek shelter in a central room on the lowest floor now. This dangerous long-term storm was last spotted over Chenoa, or 11 miles west of Fairbury, moving northeast at 25 miles per hour. Hazard, grapefruit-size hail, in addition to torrential rainfall and winds over 90 miles per hour. Source, trained weather spotters and emergency management officials. Impact, you are in a particularly dangerous situation. Take shelter as if this was a tornado, as storms with a history of producing tornadoes can become what are known as tornado family producers. This storm is also producing hail and gusts that can severely injure pets and people outside. Bring in all loose objects, as gusts of this magnitude can turn them into projectiles, just as a weak to moderate tornado would. Locations impacted by the severe thunderstorm include Pontiac, Cayuga, Odell, and Dwight. This also includes the following highways: Interstate 55 between mile markers 187 and 221. Remember, you are in a particularly dangerous situation, involving a supercell that has a history of producing a tornado extending deep within the Lincoln County warning area. Treat the severe thunderstorm as if a tornado was on the ground, and find a shelter without windows in the central room with no external walls. The National Weather Service in Romeoville has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Livingston County in north central Illinois until 5 p.m. This replaces the tornado warning that was previously in effect for the same area.
WAOX, Staunton, Edwardsville, and the River Bend.
The National Weather Service in St. Louis has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern Macoupin County in southwest Illinois, northwestern Montgomery County in south central Illinois, effective until 7:38 p.m. This is a particularly dangerous situation. At 7:07 p.m., a severe thunderstorm confirmed to be producing large, destructive, hail and copious lightning was located 4 miles southwest of Mount Olive, or 2 miles north of Staunton, moving northeast at 50 miles per hour. Hazard, hail exceeding the size of golf balls, in addition to copious lightning and torrential rainfall. Source, law enforcement personnel in Macoupin County reported hail damage to his windshield and injuries to his arms. Impact. This is a particularly dangerous storm, in an area under a tornado watch labeled under the particularly dangerous situation category. Be vigilant about the storm, as it is a rapidly maturing supercell that could be capable of producing a tornado at any time. If one does form, seek shelter immediately, as conditions are favorable for long-track tornadoes in the area. Locations impacted include Mount Olive, Garville, Gillespie, Litchfield, Wagoner, and Raymond. This also includes the following highways: Interstate 55 between mile markers 45 and 76. This PDS warning also includes Lake Low Yager. Remember, this is a particularly dangerous situation classified storm. Be on the alert for a possible tornado, as storms of this magnitude can drop tornadoes at any time. Also, a PDS tornado watch remains in effect for the area until 11 p.m.
You are listening to NOAA Weather Radio, all hazards. Station KX 547 in Paris.
This is an important message from the Illinois Emergency Management Agency and affects all at Regions 8, 9, and 11, or southern Illinois south of a line from Bellevue to Westfield. A civil danger exists primarily in these regions tonight. A strange creature has been spotted over the area, with the last known location near Staunton. This creature is bipedal, has hands like a human, with nearly human-like feet, a unicorn horn on an equine-like face, brilliant amber-colored fur on her body, and hair at shoulder length or just past in a two-tone look with bright crimson and brilliant yellow. She is dressed in a leather jacket that has gems on the collar, with a purplish undershirt, orange and yellow shorts, and black and orange hiking shoes. Her exact numerical height is unconfirmed, however ground estimates from authorities observing her place her around the same size as Spitfire and Rainbow Dash. While it is unknown what this creature's intentions are, for now, residents should not approach this creature, as she could be hostile. Please keep tuned to local media outlets for more information on this developing situation. This is an important message from the Illinois Emergency Management Agency and affects all of Regions 8, 9, and 11, or southern Illinois south of a line from Bellevue to Westfield. A civil danger exists primarily in these regions tonight. A strange creature has been spotted over the area.
Hey, it's Vince Alpha here with my new product called the Sticky. You're gonna clean your home in a quickie when you use your Sticky. Now here's the deal. It's a reusable lint roller and more. For furniture, food particles in the cabinets, debris on the stairs, and even use it in the car. And ladies, you always wanted to stick it to your husband. Now you can. Works on all fabrics, from wool to velvet. Problem with that shedding pussy? Pick up cat hairs from clothes. Or use Sticky on the leftover dog hairs on the sofa. Or even sticky your pets before they shed. It's made of a special silicone, so with a little water, the dirt comes right off. It's slippery when wet, sticky when dry. Check this out.
This is an important message from the Illinois Emergency Management Agency and affects all of Regions 8, 9, and 11, or southern Illinois south of a line from Bellevue to Westfield. A civil danger exists primarily in these regions tonight. A strange creature has been spotted over the area, with the last known location near Staunton. This creature is bipedal, has hands like a human, with nearly human-like feet, a unicorn horn on an equine-like face, brilliant amber-colored fur on her body, and hair at shoulder length or just past in a two-tone look with bright crimson and brilliant yellow. She is dressed in a leather jacket that has gems on the collar, with a purplish undershirt, orange and yellow shorts, and black and orange hiking shoes. Her exact numerical height is unconfirmed, however ground estimates from authorities observing her place her around the same size as Spitfire and Rainbow Dash. While it is unknown what this creature's intentions are, for now, residents should not approach this creature, as she could be hostile. Please keep tuned to local media outlets for more information on this developing situation.
Where you can catch high-flying sea life, or maybe a fly ball.
Request. WXAJ, Hillsboro, Springfield. The best variety starts now on 99.7 The Mix. This is the night of the fire.
National Weather Service Office in Louisville, at the request of the National Weather Service Office in Lincoln, Illinois, has issued a tornado warning for Christian County in central Illinois until 7:41 p.m. At 7:09 p.m., trained weather spotters were observing a rapidly rotating wall cloud associated with a supercell located just northeast of Harville, or 13 miles west-northwest of Nokomis. This supercell is moving northeast at 50 miles per hour. Hazard: tornado and baseball-size hail. Source: trained weather spotters. Impact: you are in a life-threatening situation. Flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. This tornado-capable storm will be near Morrisonville at 7:15 p.m., Palmer at 7:20 p.m., and Clarksdale at 7:23 p.m. Other locations in the path include but are not limited to Taylorville, Willys, and Stonington. Take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors, in a mobile home, or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris.
Weather radio. Oh, yeah. Station KX, Site 46 in Shelby County.
The National Weather Service Office in Louisville, at the request of the National Weather Service Office in Lincoln, Illinois, has issued a tornado warning for Christian County in central Illinois until 7:41 p.m. At 7:09 p.m., trained weather spotters were observing tornado emergency for Taylorville. The National Weather Service Office in Louisville, at the request of the National Weather Service Office in Lincoln, has issued a tornado warning for central and northeast Christian County in central Illinois until 8:26 p.m. This is a particularly dangerous situation. At 7:25 p.m., trained weather spotters observed a large, dangerous wedge tornado located northeast of Palmer, or 9 miles west of Awaneco, moving northeast at 25 miles per hour. Hazard: large and likely destructive tornado. Source: trained weather spotters. Impact: this is a particularly dangerous situation involving a large tornado. Take shelter now. Cars and mobile homes are death traps in tornadoes of this magnitude. Take a helmet and heavy blankets to your shelter for protection. This dangerous tornado will be near Taylorville at 7:38 p.m., Willys at 7:49 p.m., and Stonington at 7:58 p.m. This warning also includes Taylorville Lake. If on the water, find safe harbor and seek shelter now. To repeat, a tornado is on the ground. Take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Tornadoes are extremely difficult to see at night. Do not wait to see or hear the tornado. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors, in a mobile home, or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Tornado emergency for Taylorville. The National Weather Service Office in Louisville, at the request of the National Weather Service Office in Lincoln, has issued a tornado warning for central and northeast Christian County.
message is being transmitted at the request of the Macon County Sheriff's Department. A pair of individuals have been spotted in a median ditch on U.S. Route 51 in the Macon city limits. These individuals, known as Blaze and Alistair, are connected to a variety of attacks they separately have performed on various places in the continental United States, and their crimes date back to 2007. While they have not attacked anyone in the central Illinois area today or in the past week, it must be noted that their appearance in the region, given the aliens in the area, is suspect at best, and nefarious, even hostile to those aliens, at worst. For now, you are advised to stay away from them, as approaching these people may cause them to attack anyone who approaches. For all the latest information, including last known appearance characteristics, clothing, and vehicles driven, please visit isp.illinois.gov/fireknife.
What if I told you the best place to begin is within? With collagen that supports our body from the inside out. Because when we feel supported from within,
You're about to see how mean I can get.
WSOY-FM, Decatur, a new Hoff media station.
Make some noise! I give you the greatest artists of all time. And here they are.
What's up, guys? We are the Chainsmokers.
Shawn Mendes.
This is Clean Bandit.
This is Katy Perry.
This is Maroon 5. This is Big Sean.
Absolutely incredible.
You know what it is? It's good music, man.
Tornado emergency for Decatur. The National Weather Service Office in Louisville, at the request of the National Weather Service Office in Lincoln, has issued a tornado warning for Macon County, in effect until 9:13 p.m. At 8:12 p.m., trained weather spotters and emergency management officials were tracking a large, extremely dangerous and potentially catastrophic damage-capable wedge tornado located near Blue Mound, or 11 miles south of Harristown, moving northeast at 25 miles per hour. This is a mass casualty situation for a particularly dangerous storm. Hazard: historically large, wedge tornado. Source: trained weather spotters, in addition to emergency management officials. Impact: you are in a potential mass casualty situation involving a large, destructive nighttime significant tornado. Do not wait to see or hear the tornado. Seek shelter now, ideally under a heavy mattress with blankets and a helmet. This potentially devastating tornado will be near Elwyn at 8:33 p.m., downtown Decatur at 8:47 p.m., and Forsyth at 9 p.m. Other locations that will be impacted by this confirmed tornado include Decatur Airport, Milligan University, and Richland Community College. This also includes the following highways: Interstate 72 from mile marker 130 to mile marker 156.
Station that all the students of Illinois State, Eastern Illinois, and the University of Illinois stay blazing. Hot 105.5. WCZQ, Monticello, Decatur, Champaign-Urbana. The only station in Central Illinois blazing hip-hop and R&B with Steve Harvey 6 days a week.
Hey, this is Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Only on Hot. You know that. 105.5. Blazing non-stop hip-hop and R&B everywhere.
With second thoughts starting to begin, feeling through my skin as my nerve pulses keep breaking in. Conflicting emotions but keep ironing like violins are playing with the heartstrings that make the roughest heart sing. Homie, I set up for this, leading forward to the fray, fighting for a happen face, enough there will be hell to pay. Much is still to change, but in effort I will still remain, cause if I cannot do great things and the small things in a great way, let them oppose our defiance, being afraid of ours, and their freedom to do so is protected by heroes who aren't. We're going to save the world, and anyway we'll end up martyrs. Rectify to take back the dream as we will fight on harder. So whatever leaping pain we're going into the deep, I am with my team, united in battle as we scream. Fight for what you love and make every affliction count. A victory too small when you fight for your loved ones to count.
The National Weather Service Office in Louisville, at the request of the National Weather Service Office in Lincoln, have issued a tornado warning for far northwest Champaign County in east central Illinois, Platte County in central Illinois, until 9:37 p.m. This is a particularly dangerous situation. At 9:06 p.m., trained weather spotters continued to track a large wedge tornado located near Arena, or 9 miles southeast of Maroa, moving northeast at 50 miles per hour. Hazard: tornado with a history of a suspected long track and violent tendency. Source: trained weather spotters. Impact: this is a particularly dangerous situation involving a nighttime tornado. Do not wait to see or hear this tornado, as it will likely be completely hidden in rain. Please take heavy blankets and protective gear such as elbow and knee pads, steel-toed shoes, and a helmet with you for best chances of survival. The dangerous, confirmed and observed tornado will be near Argenta at 9:10 p.m., Cisco at 9:15 p.m., and Monticello at 9:23 p.m. This warning also includes the following highways: Interstate 72 between mile markers 147 and 174. Take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors, in a mobile home, or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris.
Must be nothing where you are in love, but must be everything where you are miles apart, making feelings above. Keep holding on to every beating in your hope of us. For our love, we will pick up where we left off. Must be nothing where you are in love, but must be everything
request of the Illinois State Police. A strange altercation has just occurred in the town of Tolona. Trained weather spotters in the area to watch and observe the tornado
warned storming Platte County observed a strange creature in the passenger
seat of the car Blaze is driving. These spotters observed this creature holding its sharp left claw talons to Blaze's throat and appeared to threaten him in a sadistic tone of voice, clearly showing no fear to the elemental mutant. He then got out of Blaze's car, scorched the words "The Chaos God will topple you" in the field beside the car's passenger door, and vanished in a yellow ball of glowing light. At this time, very little is known about this unusual creature, aside from that he was 6 feet tall or so, had glowing yellow eyes, an average build, and potentially a goatee on the chin. If you spot this creature, dial 911 and run away. Please keep tuned to local media outlets for more information.
Status quo, but not in letting go. Now the world was being torn apart. A terrible catastrophe, made by a symphony. What a terrifying wonderbolt. I can't sit idly, no, I can't move at all. I curse the name, the one behind it
all. Mix 94.5 WLRW and WLRW HD1 Champaign-Urbana.
High definition.
Tornado emergency due to 2 simultaneous tornadoes that will impact Champaign, Savoy, and Urbana. This is an almost certain level mass casualty situation. The National Weather Service Office in Louisville, at the request of the National Weather Service Office in Lincoln, has issued a tornado warning for central Champaign County in east central Illinois until 10:34 p.m. At 9:33 p.m., trained weather spotters, as well as state and county emergency management officials were tracking 2 simultaneous, catastrophically large, wedge tornadoes. The north tornado was shrouded in rain and bright blue and yellow lightning, and was located 3 miles south of Muhammad, or 12 miles east-southeast of Farmer City, while the south tornado, shrouded in orange and red lightning, is located 11 miles north-northwest of Sondoras, or 9 miles west of Champaign. Both tornadoes were moving either east or east-southeast at 15 miles per hour. Hazard: catastrophically deadly tornadoes, with likely capability to render blocks unrecognizable to survivors, in addition to DVD disc-size hail and heavy rainfall. Source: trained weather spotters, and 2 debris balls measuring 2.75 miles wide on correlation coefficient scans. Impact: to repeat, this is a mass casualty situation involving 2 large and catastrophic nighttime tornadoes wrapped in rain. Do not wait to see or hear these tornadoes. Take shelter now. Underground shelters are your only option, as above ground shelters are useless with these tornadoes. These large tornadoes will be near Staley at 10 p.m., Savoy at 10:10 p.m., downtown Champaign at 10:13 p.m., Oakville at 10:24 p.m., and Mira at 10:27 p.m. This warning also includes Parkland College, the University of Illinois, and Champaign County Speedway. This warning also will affect the following highways: Interstate 72 from mile marker 168 to mile marker 192, and Interstate 57 from mile marker 229 to mile marker 240. This is an extremely dangerous and life-threatening situation. If you cannot get underground, go to a storm shelter or an interior room of a sturdy building now. Stay away from doors and windows. Do not stop under bridges or highway overpasses. They will not protect you from a tornado of this magnitude. Tornadoes are near impossible to see visually at night, and this one is hidden by rain. Take shelter now. Weather Radio KXI 49 Salem, Illinois, broadcasting on 162.475 megahertz. This program originates from the National Weather Service Forecast Office in St. Louis, Missouri, and serves parts of South Central Illinois. Public information statement concerning the recent mesoscale discussion that was just issued by the Storm Prediction Center in Norman, Oklahoma. The discussion displays an area about 40 miles either side of a line extending from St. Louis, Missouri, to Terre Haute, Indiana, as a prime target environment for a long-track, potentially devastating tornado to develop in over the next hour to 2 hours. The SPC also notes that a short-term PDS tornado watch, with high category risks of a strong tornado and catastrophic hail, may be issued in the next 15 to 30 minutes. Please keep tuned to your local NOAA weather radio frequency, or local commercial media outlet, for the latest information.
You are listening to NOAA Weather Radio, all hazards. Station KXI 47 in Paris.
The Storm Prediction Center has issued Tornado Watch number 33. This is a particularly dangerous situation. This watch is, in effect, until midnight for the following counties in West Indiana: Clay, Davies, Greene, Hendricks, Knox, Lawrence, Martin, Monroe, Morgan, Owen, Park, Putnam, Sullivan, Vermilion, and Vigo. Remember, a tornado watch means that tornadoes are favorable to develop in and around the watch area. Please pay attention to NOAA weather radio or commercial media outlets for the latest information should any severe thunderstorm or tornado warnings be issued during this time. The Storm Prediction Center has issued Tornado Watch number 33. This is a particularly dangerous situation.
This is NOAA Weather Radio KDO 89 St. Louis, Missouri, broadcasting on 162.550 megahertz. This program originates from the National Weather Service Forecast Office in St. Louis, Missouri, and serves parts of east central Missouri and southwest Illinois, including the St. Louis metro area and surrounding counties. Due to severe weather ongoing in the coverage area, KDO 89 is currently in its severe weather broadcast mode. Most non-essential parts of the normal broadcast cycle, such as climate updates, river flood gauge reports, and other data have been trimmed out in order to bring you the most up-to-date information on any relevant watches and warnings currently in progress. Normal broadcast cycling will resume once the threat is deemed by National Weather Service employees as completely over. The National Weather Service in St. Louis has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for, in Missouri, the city of St. Louis, in east central Missouri, St. Louis County in east central Missouri, and in Illinois, Bond County in southwest Illinois, southern Madison County in southwest Illinois, until 11:18 p.m. At 10:47 p.m., trained weather spotters and Doppler radar were tracking a severe thunderstorm located over Maplewood, Missouri, or 8 miles west-northwest of Cahokia, Illinois, moving northeast at 50 miles per hour. Hazard, hail to the size of $50, in addition to intense cloud-to-ground lightning and winds in excess of 75 miles per hour. Source, hail products on Doppler radar, reports from St. Louis Lambert International Airport, and trained weather spotter reports. Impact, expect damage to roofs, siding, and trees. For a full list of locations impacted, their respective times of arrival, and highways affected with their respective mile marker data, Please read the full warning text as seen on the St. Louis National Weather Service website, www.weather.gov/Lima Sierra X-ray. Due to severe weather ongoing in the coverage area, KDO 89 is currently in its severe weather broadcast.
Listening to NOAA Weather Radio, KXI 86, serving Watseka and Paxton, Illinois, and Fowler and Kentland, Indiana.
Due to severe weather ongoing in the coverage area, the National Weather Service Office in Louisville, at the request of the National Weather Service Office in Lincoln, has issued a tornado warning for Vermilion County and East Central Illinois until 11:30 p.m. This is a mass casualty situation exceeding traditional, particularly dangerous situation parameters. At 10:59 p.m., trained weather spotters continued to track a large, casualty-causing tornado with a history of causing mass destruction in its wake, located over Ogden, or 11 miles southwest of collision, moving east at 40 miles per hour. Hazard, damaging tornado. Source, weather spotters confirm tornado. Impact, flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. This tornado is occurring at night and is completely encircled by precipitation, making it impossible to see. Do not wait to see or hear this large, catastrophic tornado. Seek shelter now. This confirmed tornado will be near Fithian at 11:06 p.m., Oakwood at 11:13 p.m., Tilton at 11:24 p.m., and downtown Danville at 11:26 p.m. This also includes the following highways: Interstate 74 between mile markers 197 and 220. To repeat, a tornado is on the ground. Take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors, in a mobile home, or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. The National Weather Service Office in Louisville, at the request of the National Weather Service Office in Lincoln, has issued a tornado warning for Vermilion County and East Central Illinois until 11:30 p.m.
Live from downtown, this is KYKY FM and HD1 St. Louis. Listen to Y98 online now by downloading the radio.com app at the iTunes or Google Play stores.
Y98 St. Louis. Life for you, the dumb
National Weather Service Office in St. Louis, in conjunction with the National Weather Service Office in Louisville, at the request of the National Weather Service Office in Lincoln, has issued a tornado warning for Effingham County in south-central Illinois, and Fayette County in south-central Illinois, in effect until midnight. At 11:30 p.m., trained weather spotters were tracking a dangerous, rapidly moving supercell that had produced a funnel cloud over Troy, moving northeast at 100 miles per hour. Hazard, tornado. Source, trained weather spotters reported a funnel cloud. Impact, flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. This dangerous storm will be near Greenville at 11:33 p.m., Smithboro at 11:35 p.m., Mulberry Grove at 11:37 p.m., Vandalia at 11:43 p.m., and Altamont at 11:55 p.m. This warning also includes the following highways: Interstate 70 between mile markers 53 and 82. This tornado warning replaces the severe thunderstorm warning issued for the same area.
The time is fun and blue. Your love is hot and dangerous. Light for you, my feeling now is true. The night is fun and fabulous. Light for you.
Z96.5 WAZY, your home for Purdue football.
The following is being transmitted at the request of Fountain County Emergency Management. A mysterious situation is ongoing in rural Fountain County at this time. Law enforcement on patrol northeast of Covington spotted an equine-like creature spiraling in out-of-control flight from the sky before crashing into the ground, digging a massive divot into the ground with the sliding impact forces as they slid for an estimated quarter-mile post-impact. At this time, the only detail known is that the equine was estimated by emergency management and law enforcement officials as being around 1,500 feet tall. Stay tuned as more details are found out involving this situation.
This civil emergency message is an update for the local area emergency issued less than 10 minutes ago. After investigations by authorities and doctors, all parties involved have come to the conclusion that the alien equine, who has DNA of an equestrian race known as Umbrums, as well as unicorn DNA, is a higher-ranking official for the one known as King Sombra. He also has had his legs frozen together, which explains the crash landing. Right now, authorities are working to bring in various, safe, warming devices that would aid in this gigantic equestrian not having his legs encased in ice. Due to this, all residents in Fountain County are strongly encouraged to avoid a 2-mile radius around the intersection of 450 and at 400W, as this was the impact site reported earlier. In addition, North 400W is closed at Portland Arch Road to the north and Salem Church Road to the south, with 450 and closed at Portland Arch Road to the west and 70W to the east. For information and updates on these road disruptions, you may visit the following website for traffic information in the state of Indiana: indot.carsprogram.org. Or you may dial 1-800-261-7623.
The fact is, there are over 9,600 roads named Park in the U.S. It's America's most popular street name, but all state agents know that's where the similarity stops. If you're on Park Street in Reno, Nevada, the high winds of the Washoe Zephyr could damage your sighting. And that's very different than living on Park Avenue in Sheboygan, Wisconsin, where ice dams could cause water damage. But no matter what park you live on, one of 10,000 local Allstate agents knows yours. Now that you know the truth, are you in good hands?
You're listening to 104.3 The Party.
Turn it up!
WCBH KZ Effingham, Terre Haute, and streaming online at 1043theparty.com.
National Weather Service in St. Louis has issued a tornado warning for northeastern Fayette County in south-central Illinois, and the National Weather Service office in Louisville, at the request of the National Weather Service in Lincoln, has issued a tornado warning for southeastern Cumberland County in east-central Illinois, northern Effingham County in south-central Illinois, and extreme northwestern Jasper County in south-central Illinois. This warning is in effect until 12:33 a.m. This is a particularly dangerous situation. At 12:02 a.m., specialized high-speed storm chasing personnel were tracking an extremely dangerous, unprecedentedly rapid supercell, located a mile north of Bluff City, or 21 miles south-southeast of Oconee, moving northeast at 100 miles per hour. Hazard: large, fast-moving tornado. Source: trained weather spotters, as well as a debris ball measuring 1¼ miles wide on radar. Impact: in addition to the tornado, the storm is capable of producing large hail, torrential rain, and constant cloud-to-ground lightning. This dangerous storm will be near Avina at 12:06 a.m., Altamont at 12:12 a.m., Effingham at 12:18 a.m., Montrose at 12:24 a.m., and Greenup at 12:32 a.m. This warning also includes the following highways: Interstate 70 from mile marker 65 to mile marker 119. Take cover now. Move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If in a mobile home, a vehicle, or outdoors, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Tornado emergency for Effingham. The National Weather Service office in Louisville, at the request of the National Weather Service office in Lincoln, has issued a tornado warning for Effingham County in south-central Illinois, effective until 1:15 a.m. This replaces the previous tornado warning that was in effect for the Warren area, and is a particularly dangerous situation. At 12:14 a.m., trained weather spotters were tracking a large, violent tornado scouring the ground near Interstate 70 at the Farina Road exit marker 82, or 9 miles west-northwest of Watson,
moving northeast at 15 miles per hour. Hazard, large tornado, copious lightning and hail in excess of grapefruits. Source, trained weather spotters. Impact, flying debris will be instantly fatal to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be lifted into the air effortlessly and obliterated. Complete leveling of homes is nearly certain, and total annihilation of larger structures is possible to, in some weaker built cases, likely. This particularly dangerous tornado will be near Dexter at 12:30 a.m., Funkhauser at 12:44 a.m., downtown Effingham at 1:01 a.m., Teutopolis at 1:17 a.m. This large tornado will also affect Interstate 70 between mile markers 80 and 99. Take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors, in a mobile home, or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. To report severe weather, contact your nearest law enforcement agency. They will send your report to the National Weather Service office in Louisville, who will forward it to the Lincoln office when they are capable of doing so post-storm damage inspection.
Hey kids, how would you like to hear this?
That would be a great start.
Well, let's get it started.
WMGI Terre Haute, Indianapolis.
That's quite a powerful thought, isn't it?
Make no bones about it. Nobody plays more hit music. 100.7 Mix FM. Today's hit music.
Catastrophic tornado emergency for Terre Haute. This is a mass casualty situation. The National Weather Service in Indianapolis has issued a tornado warning for Vigo County and west central Indiana until 3:30 a.m. This is a particularly dangerous situation. At 1:44 a.m., trained weather spotters were tracking a large, violent wedge tornado with a well-documented history of wiping most city blocks below their concrete foundations, located 7 miles northwest of Allendale, or 13 miles south-southwest of Syndicate, moving east-northeast at 8 miles per hour. Hazard, large and catastrophic tornado. Source, trained weather spotters, as well as a radar-indicated debris ball measuring 3 miles in diameter. Impact, this tornado has been confirmed, via reports located from the Lincoln, Illinois County warning area, to be rendering vast swaths of towns and cities as completely unrecognizable to survivors, even at points ripping apart underground pipes and wires with how intense the ground scouring is. In short, if you are not in a sturdy underground shelter, your chances of survival are slim to none. Even if you are not in the direct path of this deadly tornado, residents should treat the rest of the supercell as if it was a tornado, given it has been confirmed by spotters to be producing microburst winds in excess of 100 miles per hour, hail in excess of grapefruits, and lightning so intense and numerous, there are no breaks from the light produced by the lightning, and the sound is just endless booms. This extremely dangerous, and certainly deadly ongoing tornado will be near Lammer Hill at 2:12 p.m., West Terre Haute at 2:20 p.m., downtown Terre Haute at 2:35 p.m., North Terre Haute at 3:08 p.m., and Selleville at 3:34 a.m. Other locations this mass devastation-capable tornado will impact include Honey Creek, Indiana State University, and Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology. This also includes the following highways: Interstate 70 between mile marker 0 and 16. From the employees at the National Weather Service office in Indianapolis and the Storm Prediction Center in Norman, Oklahoma, best of luck to you all. Hopefully you pull through this dark, tempestuous time.
This message is transmitted at the request of the City of Peoria Emergency Services and Disaster Agency. At around 12:55 p.m., a large, historically devastating tornado tore through Peoria, carving a swath of destruction unlike anything seen in this city's history. As of this transmission, we can now say with high levels of confidence that, with heavy hearts, we notify that all the city limits of Peoria saw some sort of tornado damage, with a sizable swath of the city seeing property wiped clean deeper than some foundations. suggesting to most in Peoria they have seen the first Illinois EF5 or past equivalent finding since the August 28, 1990 tornado that hit Plainfield, Illinois. Though unlike that tornado, most residents think that finding this tornado as an EF5 won't be disputed. Given the carnage that has unfolded, we have graciously accepted the help of our alien friends, the Royal Equestrian Wonderbolts, who are assisting in keeping peaceful operations for those who survived this once-in-a-generation weather disaster. As part of this, they have set up roadblocks at the following locations. All ramps leading from Interstate 155 to Interstate 74 in Morton are until further notice closed. In addition, U.S. Route 24 is closed at the intersection with Glassford Road, just south of Glassford, and Interstate 74 on the western end is closed at the Interstate 474 interchange. If you need an escort to a shelter, find a Royal Equestrian Wonderbolt Forces soldier and they will aid in escorting you to the nearest disaster shelter in Moline, Illinois. For more information, please visit iltornado2021.il.gov. This message will repeat on all officially partnered Wonderbolt frequencies on the AM band every 15 minutes, and the FM band once at the top of each hour, or as new information is received. This message is being transmitted at the request of Sangamon County Office of Emergency Management officials. A pair of historic tornadoes have carved swaths of pure annihilation through separate parts of the city limits during the half-hour period spanning from around 12:50 p.m. to around 1:20 p.m. Sadly, we can confirm from numerous first-hand accounts that 80 to 85% of the city is a total loss down to the dirt, with the only portion of the city spared this fate eerily enough, being the Capitol building area. What is most strange about this entire event, however, is that for the second time in this outbreak, survivors are telling tales of seeing both the one known as Spitfire, whom was identified thanks to her role in the Ozarks Outbreak last year, but a new adversary, whom is identified as a blue-furred, bipedal ram-like creature. Multiple agencies are feverishly working to identify who, or what, this creature is and will have media report their findings as soon as they are available. For now, know that all survivors have been accounted for and are at the nearest available shelter-capable city, Rockford, Illinois. In addition, Royal Equestrian Wonderbolt soldiers have set up checkpoints at the following locations. To the south, there is a roadblock set up at the mile marker 82 exit between DeVernon and Glen Arm. To the north, there is a roadblock at Illinois State Route 97 in Bradford and at the intersection of Illinois State Route 123 and 29 just north of Cantrell. To the west, the roadblock is set up on Interstate 72 at the mile marker 82 exit in New Berlin, and to the southeast, the roadblock is at the South Fork Sangamon River Bridge that Illinois State Route 29 occupies near Rochester. To try to prevent anyone unauthorized from entering the damaged city, Royal Equestrian Wonderbolt surveillance Pegasus soldiers are flying over the skies of Sangamon County, as well as the other counties impacted by these tornadoes. If stopped by one, please show your media badge or other valid means of being authorized to be in the impact zone. If you are found to be in violation of the no-entry rule, you will be held in equestrian custody until trial. This is being done for your safety. Do not violate the terms of the Earth Disaster Recovery Agreement. This message will repeat on all local AM frequencies every 15 minutes, and on WXJ 75 every half hour, until more info is obtained to relay, or the recovery effort is completed. This message is being transmitted at the request.
Wish I could find a space in my head without the memories. Without you guiding my dreams, they tend to get the best of me. Starting to think that I made the wrong decision. Could have given you the time of day and just listen. I'm doing my best to try to block out the screams, but I think you know where they find me.
The following message is being transmitted at the request of Lincoln Logan Emergency Services and the Illinois Emergency Management Agency. Between 2:20 p.m. and 2:40 p.m., an extremely dangerous tornado with a damage path estimated at 2.5 miles in diameter blasted through Lincoln, leaving many parts of the city, particularly in the central and western parts of town, northwest of a line from Madigan State Park to Lincoln Christian University, which both saw heavy damage from external vortices. Due to this widespread damage that is at a level compared to the southern Springfield, Missouri tornado last year, the city of Decatur is closed to all non-essential people and citizens in general. If you need to be in the area, please show the respective Royal Equestrian Wonderbolt Forces soldier on patrol throughout Logan County the required badge to get into Decatur, and they will cross-reference and check to make sure you are authorized. In addition, the Royal Equestrian Wonderbolts have set up roadblock authorization check station hybrids at the following locations. Please keep in mind that the following roads are also closed to civilian and non-essential traffic past these respective points. Due to extreme tornado damage to the road surface, Interstate 55 is closed to all traffic beginning from the north end at the mile marker 197 southbound exit and northbound on-ramp in Pontiac, which is in Livingston County, or 62 miles as the Pegasus flies, northeast of Decatur. The same interstate is closed all the way until the Lincoln Parkway interchange, where it opens, and the closes again at the mile marker 105 interchange onto Sherman Boulevard in Sherman, Illinois, due to damage a separate tornado from the same supercell caused to that area. Interstate 155 is closed from the Interstate 55 interchange in northwest Lincoln to the Front Street interchange at the mile marker 6 area, located near Hartsburg. Keep in mind that the last exit on Interstate 155 currently allowed is at the Illinois State Route 98 interchange, located in Morton, Illinois, in Tazewell County. In addition, Illinois State Route 10 is closed from Hallsville to New Holland, and Illinois State Route 121 is closed from Warrensburg to Mount Zion. Please keep tuned to local radio stations in the Lincoln area for the latest information on these recovery efforts.
My rays of gold were never meant to shine silver. I know I gave you too much space and time. Being chained to the cold all this time must have damn near killed you. Such a thing as too much space and time. The dark of the night has helped me to see there's a half of the day that was never ever meant for me.
This message is being transmitted at the request of the McLean County Emergency Management Agency. Between 4:09 p.m. and around 4:45 p.m. local time, what started out as one tornado in McLean turned into two tornadoes near the interchange of Interstate 55 and Interstate 74. The two tornadoes then crossed paths, with what was thought to be the south tornado attacking the north side of the Bloomington Normal Metro and the other one going south. This in turn left about 83% of the city with at least moderate level tornado damage, and 60 to 70% of the city facing complete destruction to removal of topsoil levels, akin to the Plainfield tornado except worse due to the urban nature of the tornado path. Illinois State University, despite being spared from the main tornado paths and their adjacent tornado vortices, saw damage from objects being tossed out of what is theorized by first responders as either from the tornado circulations or ejected from the updraft. Sadly, we must also report that casualty rates are high, due in part to the lack of underground shelters in combination with the unprecedented, even historic nature of this supercell. As of now, we estimate a preliminary direct storm-caused death count of 500, though that number, we caution, is likely to skyrocket due to storm-caused missing cases. We would also be regretful if we didn't mention the following road closings. Interstate 55 is closed all the way through McLean County. Interstate 74 is closed from the mile marker 142 exit and downs to the Interstate 474 interchange in northwest Peoria, in Tazewell County. Finally, of major note, Interstate 39 is closed the short distance from Interstate 55's interchange to the business US 51 interchange due to minor road damage and as a preventative measure to disallow merging onto Interstate 55. All survivors are currently accounted for. Storm-related missing cases are still being relentlessly worked on by Illinois State Police, with logistical assistance from the Dual Celestial Sisters Empirical Special Investigation Unit. If more information is obtained by the next half-hour update, it will be relayed at the time on this frequency. If not, then this message will repeat as is.
You are listening to NOAA Weather Radio, the voice of the National Weather Service. Station KZZ 65 in Bloomington operates on the frequency of...
This message is being transmitted at the request of Chrismont Emergency Management Agency. Mass devastation supremely eclipsing the December 2018 tornado to a degree that makes the 2018 storm look like a minor wind event in comparison occurred last night in Taylorville. First responders and emergency management officials have labeled the damage they have seen now in full, now that daytime has taken rain from the cover of the night the tornado struck under, as the worst of the Greenberg tornado's damage, over a bigger chunk of the town. Initial estimates placed the town at a total loss. Those people who were lucky enough to survive this potent tornado and get to shelter, your best option is to stay there for a while. It will take weeks to get the debris cleaned up, due in part to the damage Taylorville has suffered, and in part due to the debris on surrounding roadways. Please, we ask people to keep those affected here in Taylorville in your thoughts. All roads leading into Taylorville are closed for a 4-mile radius, with Illinois State Route 28 closed from Palmer to Oraiana, in Logan County. This message will repeat every 20 minutes on this NOAA frequency. This message is being transmitted at the request of Chrismont Emergency.
Mix 94.5 is
WLRW Champaign-Urbana.
more of the music you want happening next.
You read the spectrum when it takes flight, and she's steady, and she's steady, and she's feeling just right. Got the passion, the drive, the tenacity to win. 10 seconds flash, you take your head for a spin now. Sky is burning, that's turned to a tangerine peach, like the sun slowly setting over Huntington Beach. She's got a fire in her belly, fire in her eyes. Supersonic strutting means a fire in the skies. Brighten up to a warm and golden glow, let it fill you all up from your head to your toes, yeah. Let that sun shine down on you. We got the green, green grass and the emerald trees and the meadows with the bunnies and the birds and the bees. And I wish I could see it from her point of view, straight up there in the middle of a big old blue. Now I would if I could, now I'd take you to over the ever-free forest to a candlelight view. Flying high above the sky to the indigo night, with the stars in your violet eyes and no care inside.
96.7 Bob FM is WCVS FM, Verdon, Springfield.
And it's pretty sweet.
80s, 90s, and whatever.
This is a public information statement issued by the National Weather Service office in Lincoln, Illinois, concerning a storm survey conducted on a possible tornado that had an initial touchdown point near Camp Grove, Illinois, in Tazewell County, which was the first in a series of suspected violent, some long-track, tornadoes in the Lincoln County warning area. These surveys, including the one being discussed at this time, were conducted between the afternoon of March 21st and the evening of March 26th, due to damage impacting travel time between storm track sites. We will begin discussing the specifics of this storm and its path, and thus the conclusion the survey team assigned to this storm in particular, shortly over NOAA Weather Radio. For a full summary of this severe weather event, including other tornadoes, pictures, radar loops, and other data information, please visit www.weather.gov/ILX/event_032020221. Before we begin discussing our findings in earnest, we want to thank those in the Royal Equestrian Wonderbolt forces for assisting our storm survey teams. Without their help, these surveys would have taken even longer to transmit to those living in central Illinois. The following storm survey was issued at 12:01 p.m. and transmitted over commercial radio and NOAA weather radio frequencies. The potential tornado in question touched down just north of Long Ridge, quickly developing into a rain-wrapped stovepipe tornado, doing massive damage to the small community of Edelstein, including most residences facing structural collapse as it would move south at a speed of 20 miles per hour. This would only be a precursor for what was to be faced by residents and all others in the metropolitan area of Peoria, as this tornado would quickly evolve into a massive 2-mile wide wedge, with at minimum 3 to 4 mini vortices, as it worked its way south towards the northern Peoria metro suburban community of Alta, barely missing Mossville to the west. By this point, the tornado would amazingly intensify more, becoming what can only be described as a terrifying beast of a tornado, with a damage path estimated at 2 3/4 miles wide. The widest since the twin tornadoes of Springfield, Missouri last year. Then the tornado would continue on, covered behind heavy rain and lightning, into the north side of downtown Peoria, tearing apart the taller buildings with scary levels of easiness, and leaving smaller buildings behind as foundational bits and pieces. After leaving Peoria in a state similar to El Reno of 2013, it continued on into North Pekin, leaving behind nothing but bare riverbed where the Shadlow Man Bridge once stood over the Illinois River. In the southern area of the Peoria Metro, the damage was just as bad as it was in downtown Peoria, with bare slabs of foundation and areas completely unrecognizable to survivors being the common themes seen by survey crews, both visually and in personal interviews with survivors in shelters and hospitals in nearby unaffected cities and towns. Due to the damage seen in Peoria, and for a majority of this storm's time, the National Weather Service, in agreement with the Royal Equestrian Wonderbolt forces, have decided to give this tornado a preliminary rating of EF5 on the enhanced Fujita scale, and while this would be the first tornado of such ranking since Plainfield of 1990, it will almost certainly go down in recorded meteorological and climatological history as a more solidly agreed to conclusion. In addition, this would not be the last such ranked storm of the outbreak, as this would be the first of 3 tornadoes to fire along the dry line. However, the odd thing making the Peoria storm track the outlier statistically in this outbreak is that it moved in the counter direction to the rest of the storms on the dry line, and even compared to the rest of the storms to affect the Lincoln County warning area, which these moved from west to east in some variation of that generalized trajectory. The Peoria storm moved due north to south. The next storm we will be discussing in this, admittedly lengthy report session, will be a swath of damage observed via overhead flight from a Royal Equestrian Wonderbolt Forces soldier in the Storm Survey Battalion, and lasts from near Auburn, in Sangamon County, to southeast of Lexington, in McLean County, or a path with a mileage of near 93 miles. This storm also produced 2 satellite tornado events of lesser intensity, and those tornadoes will be sub-discussions in this portion of the survey. They will be mentioned in order of chronological appearance. This particular suspected tornado started out life as a rapidly maturing supercell that first got warned as a severe thunderstorm warning with the extremely rare tornado likely shortly indication placed on it overloader. Once it moved west of Auburn, it was spotted to have a tornado, and this one was an elephant trunk-like tornado of about a quarter mile in diameter at the surface. By the time it repositioned northwest of Auburn, the tornado grew into a monstrous 1.5 miles wide destructive force, which prompted the National Weather Service in Lincoln to issue a tornado emergency for Springfield and surrounding areas. Once the tornado crossed into the city limits of Springfield, however, the supercell did something only comparable to other supercells such as the Ozarks Outbreak experienced last year. In this case, a second, strong and dangerous tornado formed just ahead of the parent circulation, and the secondary tornado went on to destroy most of the west and north sides of Springfield and its suburban areas, while the original tornado went on to thoroughly destroy the south and east sides of the city, leaving the central part of Springfield relatively fine by comparison, albeit not totally unscathed due to falling debris from both the tornadoes and the ejected material from the updrafts inside the supercell's upper elevations. For those intrigued to know the preliminary stats on the Westchester to Gergen Park tornado, it was a moderate strength EF4 tornado with a width of 1.25 miles on average, and did notably significant damage to Abraham Lincoln Capital Airport. As for the primary tornado of concern in this discussion, it would continue its journey by exiting Springfield to the northeast and following Interstate 72 through Lincoln, absolutely decimating 90% of the town. After leveling Decatur well past the strongest tornado that town ever saw, an F2 in 1953, this modern tornado moved along rural parts of Logan and McLean counties, impacting the small towns of Atlanta and McLean along the way before making its exclamation point of an impact on the Bloomington Normal Metro, making one more satellite tornado and crossing paths with it. This satellite tornado, labeled with the identifier Bloomington Heights Ironwood Tornado, has been given a preliminary rating of EF3 due to damage observed all along its path, with the precondition of it being possibly upgraded to an EF4 upon the final report's release. As for the primary tornado in this part of the storm survey discussion, it exited the Bloomington Normal metro area by completely decimating both Grove Elementary and Normal Community High Schools, grazing the town of Towanda, and roping out just northeast of there, near Lexington, Illinois. Due to the swaths of damage seen in multiple cities as well as smaller communities in the path of the primary tornado, this tornado, given the identifier under the Auburn-Lexington tornado, has been given a preliminary rating of a high to cataclysmic and EF5. The first tornado to be given this dangerous rating since the Ozarks Outbreak Springfield Twins of 2020. Finally, this discussion will cover the twilight to nighttime lasting tornado that struck a generalized path from Taylorville to just east of Danville. The first tornado on this tornado fraternal sister path will be covered quickly since the initial touchdown was quick in a relative sense. It lasted from the northeast outskirts of Palmer, in southwest Christian County, to just northeast of Taylorville. During this phase, it would level many homes and businesses in its path to their foundations, vastly surpassing the Taylorville EF3 of 2018 while taking a similar track due to the vast increase in the circulation size and wind speed. Then the tornado would lift, but this dispersal was far from done, and in a way, Taylorville was just the fat lady warming up before she sang her magnum opus, as the storm would then let loose another tornado in Blue Mound, which would rapidly intensify to a life-threatening wedge that would slam into Decatur's northwest 2/3 with a width of 2 2/5. In Decatur, the homes and businesses would be leveled and foundations would be torn up from the underlying dirt they were placed upon. Then it would exit Decatur, keeping its intensity and setting off a tornado emergency for Monticello along the way, before it would do what the Auburn-Lexington tornado did, and make a satellite tornado of its own. Unfortunately for the residents of the Champaign metro area, it was heading for them, as the satellite tornado would parallel nearly exactly its parent tornado, but hitting South Urbana and Savoy, akin to the 1996 F3. This satellite tornado, given the tag Staley Mirror tornado, was given a rating of EF5, due to its intensity with which it leveled entire blocks in South Urbana, particularly along and south of Florida Avenue, to the point of being unrecognizable to survivors, with total structure removal at all Green Street apartments. Most startling of all is the fact that this satellite tornado would pick up the McDonald's sign on Philo Road and toss it like a spear in ancient Greece, impaling it in the dirt across the east side of Illinois State Route 130, which for geographical context is a distance of 1 2/3 miles away. As for the parent tornado, it would move on Interstate 74 through the north side of Champaign and Urbana. Storm survey crews were most taken aback by the sight of the entire shopping and fast food complex of businesses that is located north of Interstate 74 between Neal and Prospect, as being completely gone past their foundations in some cases, and in others leveled to rubble on top of their foundational standings. The tornado itself would then move out of Urbana and speed up, weakening only slightly to a width of 1 2/3 as it would pummel Danville at intensities equivalent to an EF4, while in the cover of darkness and wrapped in rain. It is due to the swaths of vast decimation in Decatur and Champaign, which have earned this long track, extremely violent tornado, the well-deserved rating of EF5. To repeat, the Decatur-Danville tornado has been given a preliminary rating of EF5. For information on the damaged swath from the Bluff City Terre Haute storm path, please tune to either KXI 47 on a frequency of 162.5 to 5 MHz or WXK 72 on a frequency of 162.400 MHz. If in neither coverage area, alternatively you can go to www.mymixfm.com and click on the Listen Live tab. Commercial FM station WMGR FM will transmit the storm survey public information statement via a locally transmitted EAS message. We here in Lincoln want to say before signing off from this message that we hope all residents impacted by these dangerous tornadoes have a safe and good road to recovery, and we will pull through this together. We especially appreciate the National Weather Service office in Louisville, Kentucky for agreeing to take duties for us during our shelter and post-impact time, as without their acceptance and kindness in the face of danger, information would have stalled, leading to even more lost lives. This concludes this public information statement.
Watching the moonlight and waiting for my time. I won't be afraid to lose you. We've been together, 'cause never and never I will see my love in danger. And you can feel my passion. No one to miss you, honey. I need to live beside you. Nothing's gonna break my heart, 'cause you're my heaven, sweet heaven in my heart. Living so close to you, heaven, sweet heaven in my soul. Turning me on tonight.
Broadcasting from the epicenter of the racing world. The epicenter of the racing world. This is WCPL HD1 Greenfield, Indianapolis. Indy's legendary hit music station. 99.5 CPL.
Something tells me my life is about to change, like I'm never going back. And I feel as if nothing will be the same, as if everything goes black. Call me out if it seems like I'm paranoid. Well, it extends beyond the eye. There's so much fear inside. That I would find myself where I began. How high is the chance of running round in circles now and then? Maybe it's all in my mind, but it's about time I read the signs. Oh, it's about time. It's about time. What if all that I do is insignificant? What if nothing matters now? I would take back the time wasted if I could, but I don't even know how. All my worries have led me to emptiness, but at least I've been around. At least it's over now. What are the odds that I would find myself where I began? How high is the chance of running round in circles now?
This is a public information statement issued by the National Weather Service office in Indianapolis, Indiana, with assistance from the National Weather Service offices in Lincoln, Illinois and St. Louis, Missouri, as well as the Royal Equestrian Wonderbolt forces, and involves a storm survey conducted on a possible tornado that had an initial touchdown point near Highland, Illinois, which is the last in a series of suspected violent, some long-track, tornadoes that traveled through the Lincoln County warning area and into the western fringes of the Indianapolis County warning area. These surveys, including the one being discussed at this time, were conducted between the afternoon of March 21st and the evening of March 26th due to damage impacting travel time between storm track sites. We will begin discussing the specifics of this storm and its path, and thus the conclusion the survey team assigned to this storm in particular shortly over NOAA Weather Radio. For a full summary of this severe weather event, including other tornadoes, pictures, radar loops, and other data information, please visit www.weather.gov/IND/event_032020221. Before we begin discussing our findings in earnest, we want to thank those in the Royal Equestrian Wonderbolt forces for assisting our storm survey teams. Without their help, these surveys would have taken even longer to transmit to those living in and around Indianapolis. The following storm survey was issued at 12:14 p.m. and transmitted over commercial radio and NOAA weather radio frequencies. The potential tornado in question touched down near Troy, Illinois, and was part of a nocturnal round of intense and extremely dangerous thunderstorms to fire along a powerful cold front that was passing secondary to the initial dry line that impacted the county warning area earlier on in the day. Most intriguing about these storms is their average speeds, as they were moving east-northeast at a storm average speed of 85 miles per hour, with top forward motions of 100 to 110 miles per hour. Back to the storm in question, however, as it dropped a tornado near Greenville and moved northeast, gaining intensity at an impressive rate and becoming an extremely potent mile-and-a-half wedge by the time it rolled on into Vandalia, setting up a particularly dangerous situation for multiple counties ahead of its path. This tornado would then make its first major impact of the track known, by directly hitting the town of Effingham, leaving behind nothing but chewed-up foundation slabs and bits of sturdy debris that would land as far away as Westfield, or a distance of 38 miles. Though some paper documents from Effingham would get carried by the potent updrafts and not be released by the storm until its weakening stages over rural West Indiana, ending up falling near Vanvibur Lake, which is 95 miles away from Effingham, or about 40 miles west of downtown Indianapolis. As for the tornado, it would continue its path of historic destruction, moving along Interstate 70, scouring sizable portions of the road along the way as it set its sights on its final major damage point of the city of Terre Haute. Before it slammed into the city, the supercell slowed down massively to a comparatively leisurely 15 miles per hour, and in turn causing more devastation to the city than in Effingham. As it chewed its way, the tornado would leave behind in its wake nothing but scoured topsoil, as it would work over the ground even past solid-built foundations, rendering 70% of the city as at a level that was unrecognizable to survivors, and causing the most storm-related casualties anywhere in the world since Bangladesh in 1989. Though unfortunately, unlike that tornado, this one would be much stronger and last longer, meaning the death counts would be exponentially higher, as preliminary death counts are as of this report in the 5,000 range. Though, luckily for residents in Indianapolis, this supercell would weaken just northeast of Terre Haute, roping out southeast of Sancut, Indiana. Though due to the damage seen in Effingham and Terre Haute, this tornado has been concluded to be at a preliminary damage estimate of an EF5, due to foundations failing, structures being blown off the surface of the earth and turned to rubble of small junks, and topsoil being scoured in many places, as well as cars being mangled in a manner similar to junkyard compactors. This concludes this
When I saw your eyes, the night became so bright. Falling down, what are you looking for? You wanna trash my heart one more time. No more I'll lose you. Oh no, falling down.
Forever together, forever together. Come on, baby, light my fire, ready for the show.
This is a civil emergency message transmitted at the request of the Mitchell County Emergency Management. A strange object has been spotted off the road near State Highway 80 west northwest of Spruce Pine. It was spotted to be shiny metallic gray with a blood red gem inside and a shape like a wind unicorn, known to equestrians as an alicorn. Be advised. Royal Equestrian Wonderbolt soldiers are feverishly working to set up roadblocks at the following areas to prevent entry into the perimeter. State Highway 80 is closed off at the intersections with State Highway 220A near Bakersville and also on State Highway 80 at the intersection with US Highway 19E just east of Nickerville. Also, North Carolina 226 is closed at the southern city limits to Bakersville and also in Spruce Pine. Anyone found trying to gain unauthorized access will be taken into equestrian custody and held without interstate or habeas corpus in a classified spot in the Everett Forest as an indefinite prison sentence for tampering with an object that could threaten Intergalactic Alliance security.